Happy New Year, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? Blessings, 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 everyone. Oh, they need to do a feature where they can just get group. I wasn't trying to do a group. Oh my God. Good thing that didn't work. One second. Shout out to everybody. Hope everyone's blessed. Hope everyone had a safe New Year. Had a great Christmas. Had good food. Had good drinks. Managed to spend time with their loved ones. Got days off when needed, but if there was opportunity to earn double bubble or treble bubble, that you got that as well. But make sure you do not working the whole way through, please. Have some season's greetings, you see me? Yeah, right now we're doing an awards end of year well end of year 2025 awards. When I know we're now in 2026. One second. So we're doing the 2025 awards for boxing. So also what I want you guys to do is be interactive with me. If you want, throw some subject matters, like subject award listings, like, I don't know, fighter of the year, fight of the year, da. Give me some award listings so I can big up Leo Atang. Throw some award listings like prospect of the year. Man like Leo Atang, you could be that guy, so stay tuned. So yeah, we're gonna do some. I've got lists all written down, but if you want to add in some extras, people, let me know in the comment section. Or when I'm saying I put out a listing, and you throw in some nominees for me if you feel there's some you wanna say, and I will read them out. Yes, young champ. How's it going, man? All's good. Hope you had a great Christmas and a blessed New Year. But yeah, throw out your nominees and the people you believe should win on it. Oh, actually, since whilst you're here, might have a special guest come on. One second. He might be out and about. Yes, debut. We're doing the end of year 2025 award listings, awards. Let's get into this anyway. So, prospect of the year, yeah. So for my I ain't gonna be too long. I ain't gonna keep you lot too long. You can watch the playback on YouTube if you want. But here for the prospect of the year, there was some prospects, but we're gonna do the women and men category for this one. So prospect of the year, I will say for the women, I'll do the women's one first. That one will go to Tia Maya Ayton. The reason being I'm going to give this to Tia Maya Ayton is that this year alone, yeah, she's taken out everybody, but not just that, she has managed to, I'm going to, just so we get some stats and facts up, but I know this already off the bat. But she has stopped. I want the names of the women because I can't remember the exact names of the people. But I know that she has stopped a former opponent of Maisie Rose Courtney, and also stopped an opponent of Francesca Hennessy. Both of those women went points with those said two people, and Tia Maya Ayton took them out inside the distance. And they've been pro how many years now? And she's taken them out. So one second. So Tia Maya Ayton, I think that's how you spell her name. No, it's with a H, sorry. One second. Yeah. Tia Mai Ayton, yeah. 4-0, 4 KOs, 19 years old, from Bristol. I wonder if she's from the St. Paul's area, but that's neither here or there. And funny enough, she's fighting on the 21st of February in Nottingham. But yeah, she took out, yeah. She took out. Hold on a minute. Oh, right. So she's taken out, yeah. Right. It's even more brutal. 1 second. It's even better than I thought. So she took out. Where is this? Where is this? So wait, on her debut, yeah. So on her debut, right, she took out Sarah Orzagi. Big up Freezy. How's it going, man? Much respect to you. So on her debut, she took out Sarah Orzagi from Hungary, yeah, and she took her out in the 3rd round. This same lady has been the distance with Maisie Rose after. Mia took her out in June this year. Maisie Rose fought her in December, went points. That same woman went points with Julia Lee last year in Bethnal Green. I was actually there. That was when George Liddard and Jimmy Sains was on the card, and Shannon Ryan was on the card. So yeah, I think is that the only time she's been stopped? Yes, the only time she's been stopped. She's 2-12. Only time she's been stopped, and that was by Tia Ayton, right? Then we got Laura Benin Valle Benito, yeah. She went points with Fran Hennessy last year, no, well, 2 years ago now, we're talking about, because I keep forgetting we're 2026. So 2024, in February, she went points with Fran Hennessy. Before that, in 2023, she went points with Chloe Watson, right? Yeah. And then this year, she got taken out by Tia Ayton in the 4th round. See what I'm saying? Then her last opponent, who I thought this was going to be a very tough fight, because I remember this woman, Ana Carla Vaz de Moraes from Brazil. I remember I was there live with Base the Kid at York Hall. Big up Craig Richards at York Hall when at Copper Box when Anthony Yard fought Ralph Wilkins and what's his name? Adam Azim was main event. But Fran Hennessy, I think, yeah, Fran Hennessy was fighting. She fought this Brazilian lady, Ana Carla Vaz de Moraes, and she went points with her. Yeah, and she gave her a good fight. She actually gave her a good fight. Score was 78, 74, but I think it was very competitive. Very muscular built butchy, you know what I mean? Big up Khalid Gradia. Tia Maya Ayton took her out in 3 rounds. That's also the only time she's been, well, she's only lost twice to Fran Hennessy on points, and then Tia. Other than that, she's got 7 wins, 3 KOs. So she's a bit of a banger as well. So I'll give it to Tia Maya Ayton. So for Women Prospect of the Year, Tia Maya Ayton, or May Ayton, however you say it. For Male Prospect of the Year, I'm going to give this award to... I'm going to give it for this year to Leo Atang. Yeah. Leo Atang has impressed me very, very well for Male Prospect of the Year. So far, he has fought, in his last fight, he fought an unbeaten fighter. He's had 2 fights, 2 wins, both inside the distance. But, 3 fights, 3 wins. I keep forgetting this box rec. Craig, I don't know what they're doing. I can't even help you, mate. They still ain't even updated the box rec. Talk to me, cuz. But anyways, Leo Atang has had 3 fights this year, 3 KOs. His last fight was 3-0. He was 2-0, Leo. He's now 3-0. And yeah, he's just looking the goods. I know everyone's saying about what's his name? Moses Itoma, you know, being the next second coming, well, the new gen hot prospect. Big up Elif Turhan. Please stay tuned or tune in on the YouTube site, but stay tuned because you have definitely won an award this year, my Turkish sister. Merhaba Anne, Kendin Iabak. But yeah, my Turkish niece. Stay tuned, champ. But I know everyone's saying he's the second coming. He's 20 years old, but there's other guys coming through as well now. You know, someone like Leo Atang could be a great matchup for the future. Them two coming through together. You know, one wins British, then he's just behind, and blah 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 blah. All of a sudden, you got them fighting for a world title. You know what I mean? Hopefully, these two don't strike me as the kind who, you know, broth and just, you know, starling brawling, isn't it? But yeah, I can't believe it. They need to sort it. No, they really do. We're in the new year now. Like, come on, we're in 2026. The fight's 2025. They still ain't even giving you your dub. Like, what's going on? They need to move the rankings. We need to see some movement, isn't it? But yeah, they're playing games. But big up to Leo Atang. You have won Male Prospect of the Year. One second, guys. Let me just get rid of this silly beeping noise. What's going on? We're back. Big up debut. I have to go back to work now, but that was a good watch. Yes, you can watch the playback on the YouTube if you missed this one here. Shout out to Sajid. We're doing a award ceremony. Next, we're gonna have. I'm going with Fight of the Year. Now, this one's hard because there were so many great fights. I know some people have picked certain fights already. I've tried to stay away from other people's channels, but clips do come up. But I've already had the people I've given Fight of the Year to in my head for a while. And I told Craig, you already know. I told you this anyway. I think you even agree with my one. But yeah, we'll do candidates. So Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn 1. That's definitely up there. Sam Noakes, Abdullah Mason, definitely up there. Connor Walker, Pat McCormack, definitely up there. But my Fight of the Year, we got to go back to the start of the year, basically. And that award goes to none other than Callum Smith versus Joshua Buatsi. Now, the reason why I'm giving this the Fight of the Year is because this, obviously we're talking about the levels of the fighters, etc., but the level of the fight, like, this wasn't just crash. I know Conor Benn Eubank one was very exciting, but there was a lot, I think a lot of it was to do with the drama, the theatrics, the build up, etc., and that adds to the edge of it. But a lot of that was crash bang wallop. Like, if you're talking about skilled brawling, this was skilled brawling. What you saw between Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi, and how none of them touched the canvas, none of them got knocked out. It was proper back and forth. Shout out to Ash Jones Machine. Happy New Year. How none of them touched the canvas, especially Buatsi, the hooks he took, I couldn't believe it. And then he's coming back vicious. And then it's only now when I've gone to, it's a good thing I went to Ghana this year, because when you go there, you now realize what these kind of men are made of. You then realize, oh, I don't want to fight these kind of men, you know. There's brothers out there, I kid you not. If I punch them, yeah, his fist, if I punch them, I'm breaking my hand instantly. One bang, I'm breaking my hand on their jaw. They have proper muscles on their jaw, yeah? And also, I now realize when Joshua Buatsi's talking about, there's lots of guys out back home, and I do it for them because there's so many of these guys they're better than me. I'm telling you, there's loads of guys out there who's better than me. They just don't have the opportunity. Because I've got the opportunity, it's my obligation, my duty to fight for them. When I've been there now, and I've seen these youths, listen, the talent is there. I know what Joshua Buatsi's saying. there is more talented people there. There's more talented juniors than Joshua Buatsi there, and talented seniors. They just need the spotlight. If they get signed by, I don't know, someone in Britain or England, also, some of them, I'll say, the issue with them is they don't, a lot of them, some of them don't speak English. Like, even when you're looking at that guy, Jonathan Tete Freezy, he don't speak English, but there's a lot of them, they don't speak English, but they're just on it. But if they know how to speak English, and they, you know, they can market it, like they can market themselves well in Ghana, because they've definitely got the personality. You can feel them, even though you don't understand him. You're getting like when the translator's translating or whatever, you're getting it, and you're getting enough jokes. So they've got enough smack talk, enough wicked talk. But yeah, the talent's there. Trust me. There was even one you I had to throw out. I had to be Dorman Dan, right hand man in the changing room for Craig, and I had to throw out one you. I follow him now on Insta. I didn't know he was a boxer. He got a picture with Craig a few days before. Then he's coming all like somehow there was no. It was a bit. The story's got to get told by Craig or something somehow, some way. But basically, I had to throw the youth out. Little girl, I find out the youth's a boxer. I've gone into the thing. The boy is #1 in Ghana, #2 in the world in the IBA governing body. I'm like, right, I'm going to his page. I'm seeing he's moving cold. But yeah, fight of the year is Callum Smith, Joshua Buatsi. Knockout of the year. There was a lot of great knockouts. There were some vicious knockouts, boy. A couple of them, I'd say, come from, what's his name? Jaya Pataya. The way he knocked out that David Nika, he was just going mad. He was going ham. And he was just going, he was moving like Ultimate Warrior in there. Then he knocked out Hussein Sin Cara, but I think the David Nika one was better. There was a couple of other icings, which was good as well. Give me shout out H Money. Dave Allen, Johnny Fisher. Yeah, that one was bad. It's on the face. Land on the face. That was a vicious one. Yeah, let me know in the chats. Give me some of your candidates, your nominees of knockout of the year. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance, guys. I'll give you 20 seconds. It's like, give me another catchphrase. Norman knocked out Sasaki. Oh yeah, when Brian Norman knocked out Jin Sasaki, that was vicious, you know. That was vicious. Also, give me your prospect of the year, guys, if you can. Sajid said the Ben 1 fight was because Junior had to stand and fight due to his weight loss. Emotional. Yeah, a lot of emotion. Give me a prospect of the year and give me your fight of the year as well in the comment section if you can. But right now, I'm on the knockout of the year. Big up Troy Williamson. Listen, iron sharpens iron. And, well, we already know you're the Trojan. But big ups Troy. But my knockout of the year goes to Craig Richards over Dan Aziz. Big ups each and every time. Whitaker Matchroom debut. The Whitaker one was decent, but Gavazi's not. You lose points because of the level. You lose points when it's the level. When the level of competition is low, and you're like knocking out more or less civilian, you don't get the same credence. I'm afraid when you're knocking out a Gavazi, you don't get the same credence. There's got to be, you know, there's got to be level echelons of where you get the ratings from. Troy's for his KO over Dickinson. Yep, that was a good KO as well. Ash Machine. Big ups October Red. You want to come in and do this with your dear guy Danny Glover. Right now we're on knockout of the year. So far I've given prospect of the year. The women's one I've given it to Tia Maya Ayton because she's knocked out two of Fran Hennessy's former opponents she went points with. One of not Shannon Courtney, Maisie Rose's, and a Chloe Watson opponent as well. Big ups, man, like flips. Yeah. Come on. Gavazi's a civilian. So you don't get points for that. Hamza Udin as a prospect. I gave Hamza Udin prospect of the year last year, Sajid, so you can't get it this year. He's now a champion now. He's won the English title, so he's not a prospect no more. You come out of that section. So yeah, but I gave Hamza Udin that last year one. To be fair, who's this Colombian guy? Prospect of the year, Johan Orobio from Colombia. He fights in 140-pound division. How many fights has he had? H Money, talk to me. How many fights has he had? It's Vizioli this year, man. George Vizioli. That's a good shout, you know. That's a good shout. I know October Red gave Taylor Bevin. I managed to catch that on the Twitex. I didn't see who Base gave. But for the male, I'm giving it to Leo Atang this year for the prospect of the year. So yeah, knockout of the year goes to Craig Richards over Dan Aziz. Dan Aziz, valiant effort. Had my blood pressure going for a bit. You know what I mean? He was racking up them points a bit early, but you know, Craig started breaking man down like Evander Holyfield. You know what I mean? And then 12th round KO. But I'm glad Dan was all right. He was out partying the next day. Shame we didn't bump into each other in the same club. You know what I mean? That would have been a real wavy night. But I see some of the guys are still out there. David Alorca, he's going in. He ain't playing. I'm telling you, if I go back to Ghana, I've got to go with David Alorca because he is the man of Ghana. He knows how to do this party thing properly. All right, so my next category is entrance of the year, ring entrance of the year. Now, this year, we didn't have too many like mad entrances, to be fair. So I think this one's pretty easy. The ring entrance of the year for me goes to Chris Eubank Jr. in Eubank Ben 2, the 50 Cent one. That entrance, like when you're talking about capturing emotions, when people seen it, and 50's come. Yeah, I mean that was quite easy for me to pick. Moment of the year, once again, we've had some good moments, but I think the moment of the year goes to Eubank Jr. again, gets another award. When does it go to Eubank Jr.? I think it goes to Eubank Senior when he's popped out in the car. So this one goes to Eubank Senior when he's turned up. It was like it was a duff. It was proper like 90s soap when you're talking about Brookside, man like Jimmy Corkill and Baz, them man there, Mick, and them man. But yeah, then the moment of the year, so that goes to Eubank Senior, in my opinion. Trainer of the year. This is where it gets tough, you know. Trainer of the year. Let me know in the comment section, guys, who you've got as trainer of the year. You're gonna have to help me out with this one. Because this one's tough. Trainer of the year. I know people just say Robert Garcia and things like that. No, can't just I'm gonna need help with this one, peeps. You're gonna have to help me with trainer of the year. For British trainer of the year, do you know who I'm gonna give it to? For British trainer of the year, I will give it to Jamie Moore. Because if you look at his roster of fighters in these, you know, in the fights they're having, quite a few of the times they're usually underdogs. And then what it is, I think he's a good fit for a lot of fighters. I think maybe obviously he's a former fighter. We know that. You know what I mean? He took part and he actually won one of my favorite British fights of all time when he fought Matthew Macklin. You should watch that fight. Big up Jack Watson. Jamie Moore versus Matthew Macklin. I do implore you all to go and watch that fight. That was a very good fight. And Jamie Moore won it via a 10th round TKO, from what I remember, back in the day. But yeah, I'm going to give that to Jamie Moore, UK Trainer of the Year. International Trainer of the Year. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to I'm gonna give it to Bomac. I'm gonna give it to. Oh no, actually I can't because he took the Eubank job. That one, the second fight, you kind of lose points for that, man. You kind of lose points for that. Trainer of the year internationally. This one's oh, dude, but then that one's just a little pension top up. Yeah, now for the tactics and the game plan that you've brought for the Crawford fight, etc. I'd say you get trainer of the year for that. You get trainer of the year. Bomac gets trainer of the year. Now, fighter of the year. I know this one is very contentious. There's people saying, you know, is it Crawford? Is it Inoue? Is it Usyk? Is it Bivol? Is it this person, that person? Well, they ain't really that many names. But for fighter of the year, for me, it's got to be, because it's got to be criteria as to how you win this, in my opinion. And for me, yeah, for me, I'm giving it to Master Aficionado Junior's favorite fighter, Naoya Inoue. Now, the reason why I'm giving it to Naoya Inoue is because for me, he has been the fighter of the year, the whole year. Like when we're starting out with January 24th, he's fought Kim Yi-jun, yeah, or Yi-jun Kim. He's taken him out in 4 rounds, yeah. Then on May 4th, that was in Japan, the first one. Then May 4th, he's gone to America, to the T-Mobile Arena. I know Americans keep crying. He's gone to America. He's knocked out Raymond Cardenas, which was a very good fight. Cardenas even dropped him. He was down in round 2. He's taken him out in round 8. He dropped him in round 7. That was in America, Raymond Cardenas. That was in May. Then in September, the 14th, he's fought MJ Akhmadaliev, which people saying he's running and this and that. That was in Japan. And he's absolutely beat him like easy work. Reduced him to be a negative. 118, 110 on 2 scorecards, 117, 111 on 1 card. And then in December, so he's fought in January and he's fought in December and he's fought twice in between. So he's the fighter of the year. Again, he's beat Dave Picasso in Riyadh. 120, 108, 119, 109, 117, 111 even. That is way too close. But yeah, 4 fights. You're fighter of the year. You can't, I know people saying Crawford and Usyk, you can't be fighter of the year and you only fight once versus a man who's fought 4 times. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. If you're fighting 4 times versus a man who's fought once, you become, and these are world title fights, by the way. This ain't no Julio Cesar Chavez, Roberto Duran business where you're fighting a man who's 1 and 20, 1 and 5, 1 win 5 losses, and you're in your 65th fight or your 80th fight. You see me? It ain't one of them games, but yeah, that goes to that promoter of the year. Oh, and now I know people are putting Turki Al-Sheikh as promoter, but he's not a promoter, so I don't know how he even comes into the equation. I remember last year I gave it to Bob Arum, but I can't give it to him this year, I'm afraid. It's kind of, especially as he lost his deal, his shows ain't really. He's still does decent shows. Oscar's done decent shows. Promoter of the year really to me is a 2-horse race. It's between Eddie and Frank. And they've done quite a few collabs this year. But what I will say, but then a lot of Eddie's Best Things have been put on Netflix now. So I got to give it to Frank. Frank Warren wins the Promoter of the Year, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section, people, who you got for those watching. And I've got one other category left: Beatdown of the Year. Now, Beatdown of the Year. This is like when it's just pure domination, and it's got to be proper levels, like not like a prospect, but like punching up some proper journeyman. That don't, come on, that don't work. Big up Jack Knight. The Beatdown of the Year, and this is like proper domination, like proper beatdown. I've got to give it to David Benavidez. The way he dismantled Anthony Yard, that was a proper beatdown. Like that beatdown, that was like streets. That was like the streets. It wasn't even like it went from boxing, it come to like the streets. It got a bit uncomfortable, but it was a proper beatdown. Like he proper beat him up. Yeah, that was that was a proper beatdown, man. Do you know what? I have to change my prospect of the year, you know. I have to change my prospect of the male category. So it's not Leo Etang. My prospect of the year is going to but does he qualify it? I was gonna say Joel Kadua, you know. But because it's like his coming out party year. He's in. I know he's won a couple of belts now, but he was prospect until So I'm gonna, because this is his last chance. You know what I mean, of being prospect. So I'm giving this Prospect of the Year award on the male category to Joel Kadua. Yeah, so I'm changing that one. But yeah, I think that's all for my awards. Please let me know in the comment section on any of the categories you feel I should have done. Let me know the categories, your nominations, your nominees, who your winners are. Hope you have a great 2026. We'll be doing more content this year. We'll attempt to do more. No, I will be doing more content this year. And yeah, we'll have some great guests and things like that. Be sure to check out Fight Talk Live this coming Tuesday. We are on Friday. Why is my calendar moving mad? So we should be back on the 6th. On the 6th, Tuesday the 6th, 8 p.m. With October Red, Base the Kid, and myself on Fight Talk Live. Make sure you check that out. Big ups, Hot Shot Sinclair. By the way, Dwayne, I gave Fight of the Year to Joshua Buatsi and Callum Smith. That was a really good fight. So let Josh know. And I definitely want to get Josh on the neutral corner, because at some point this year, definitely, preferably early this year. So have a word with him and see if you can make that happen, brother. And shout out to man like Clay Davis. My guy. Big up Hot Shot Dwayne Sinclair each and every time. But yeah, watch the nominees and awards back on YouTube. That should be going up today at some point. Let me know who your nominees were, who your award winners were. If I got any you feel were wrong, let me know. Get interactive. Hit the like button. Hit the hype button. Leave comments inside the comment section. Share out to friends, families, colleagues, co-workers, conglomerates, and all that type of stuff. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And if you enjoy the channel. Until next time, it's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live. And remember, guys, also shout out to the sponsor, Treasure Boxing Club, Ashley Fearfane, and shout out to Jamie TKV as well, actually. I'll see him at the Treasure Boxing Club, giving a motivational speech to the kids with his new British heavyweight title. I really enjoyed that. That was very inspirational and good to see you doing great work in the community. And big up Ashley Fearfane each and every time, the sponsor of Fight Fan TV Live. Also, big up to Ragga Drinks and Drip Water as well for helping with the collaboration with the beverages on the Neutral Corner podcast. We will be shooting a new episode hopefully this month. If not, we will get a guest on in February, our first guest for the year on the Neutral Corner podcast. I know this month's a bit cold and a bit slow, isn't it? But bear with me. So as I said, until next time, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is. Yeah.